What up, Dokkanners? Big news on the JP side of the game. We have a new Super EZA, and it is not one that people were expecting based on some older information that we had been given. And there is a brand new event that is coming to JP Dokkan, which obviously means eventually it'll be coming to Global Dokkan as well. So in this video, we'll be taking a look at both of these new things, and I'll be sharing my thoughts on both. So let's just jump in here. Big shout out to Goresh for the translations. I'll start by saying, elephant in the room, this is not the sequential Super EZA that people were expecting. So when it comes to that whole thing, three things could have happened. It's any one of these three scenarios. One, Goresh's translation was incorrect when it came to what they said as far as the future of Super EZAs. It could be that we mistranslated or misinterpreted his translation of the thing. Maybe sequential means it's going to happen sequentially. I don't even know if that works. Like, I was going to say maybe it happens just during every celebration. I don't know. All right. So for those of you who are wondering, Toon, it was supposed to be sequential. Don't kill the messenger. It wasn't me. All right. And it may not even been Goresh. Maybe Goresh said what they said, but maybe even at the time he didn't know. Amatsu didn't know what the deal was, and they made us all look like chumps. So I don't know who's to blame, but it's definitely not me, because I thought this would have been next. If we look at the list, Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks is all the way up here. So there's a pretty substantial gap. So I don't know. I really don't. So let's just jump in and take a look at what the unit can do here. Global players, obviously, since we're not getting this right now, it is going to matter to you because maybe you have this character, you haven't awakened the character. It is worth investing now. With the Super EZA, the unit becomes a lot better. And we will eventually be getting this unit before full synchro. So, you know, keep in mind, we're right here. 9-year anniversary is right here. Worldwide download is right here. And this is the last possible spot that they could put full synchro while it's still being in the summertime as they promised. So, you know, these units will be coming to global sooner rather than later. So I have the units former details right here. So as far as the passive, this is what it was. Pretty lame. All the attack comes when supering. All the defense comes when your key is 11 or less. And he has 3 different super attacks. The supers have not been updated because in the little infographic that JP Dokkan gave, there was nothing about the supers. So we'll just take a look at the passive here. So attack and defense plus 150, already better. Attack plus 200, defense plus 100 when supering, very nice. Super class allies defense plus 33% and extreme class allies defense plus 33% for 3 turns from first appearance. So this is what Goresh's little extra thing was all about. So buff to extreme class should be attack, not defense. So rare Goresh L here. Okay. So super class allies defense plus 33, extreme class allies attack plus 33 for 3 turns, attack and defense plus 100% when key is 11 or less. Noise. The 11 key super is the sweet spot. That was always the gimmick for these characters, the physical and the tech one. You always wanted to get the 11 key super because that gave you the best one. I kind of like that. It's different, right? Since Gotenks is kind of a quirky character anyway, this was a nice little touch here. So I'm assuming that all of these will just get little extensions. Like this will be raised attack and defense for 1 turn, cause immense damage. This will be massively raised attack and defense for 1 turn, cause immense damage. This one will be, I don't know, like greatly raised attack and defense and greatly lower, massively lower defense, something like that, you know? Okay, so then we're over here. Attack and defense plus 50% per super attack. Plus super attack performed. Max of attack and defense plus 150. Okay, so 3 supers. Nets you the maximum passive. Dude, this guy's just piling on the stats. That's crazy. Chance to crit and reduce damage received by 50% for the turn if key meter is 11 once all allies attacking in the same turn. In this, the typos. In the same turn have collected key spheres. Okay. Wait. When key is 11 once all allies have collected key spheres. Okay. So the first thing that came to mind for me was Orange Piccolo, because I was going to say, if you have key 9 going into the turn, or like, you know, at the end of the orb collecting phase, and then you jump into the attack phase, the Orange Piccolo will change how much key you have. But what this is saying is that this will not be influenced by that. So Orange Piccolo gives you key plus 2 within the same turn after receiving an attack. That happens after the orb collecting phase. Therefore, this does not apply. So you cannot go into a turn like as your attacks are about to start, and you can't be at key 9 and then expect the key 11 trick to work with the extra crit and damage reduction boost. That's not going to work based on how this is phrased. We'll have to wait and see ultimately how the unit functions, but based on what I'm reading and my comprehension skills, this tells me that the key 9 trick doesn't work. So Orange Piccolo doesn't work. However, Pikkon would work. Pikkon very much would work, because Pikkon's key boosting abilities happens during the orb collecting itself. Superclass allies key +2 with 3 or more type key spheres obtained. So that's happening before the actual attacking starts. So for him, you could do it. So like if your slot 1 is Gotenks, you have 9 key. Your slot 3 is Pikkon, he collects enough key to give you the extra 2, you're good to go. If you did the same trick with Orange Piccolo, not gonna work. We'll have to ultimately wait and see how the unit functions once it's out. But that's still, I mean, that's still great, right? 50% crit and damage reduction, that's crazy. So you combine that with like a defense stacking super, which I expect to be coming up for this guy. That's gonna be very good. Plus with all these stats here, God. We're not even done. High chance to dodge and gains an additional 33% chance to dodge when performing a super attack if key is 12. Usually key being 12 kind of just messes you up as far as getting the most out of the unit, but now they give you a nice fallback. If you have no choice but to hit key 12, you'll get a whole bunch of dodging. So you won't get the hard hitting and you won't get the good defense, but you'll get a way to sneak out of the whole thing, which is cool. All right. That's really nice. Let me know in the comments what you think about this EZA on a scale of 1 to 10. How would you rate this one? This is the second of an ongoing, ever-expanding list of super EZAs. This is also the second super EZA in as many celebrations. We had the first one during Sunday, and then both versions have jumped over to the next celebration. And so for JP, this is their first since that. Global is obviously playing catch up, but once we catch up, we will also be getting a super EZA, presumably every single Dokkan Festival celebration. So let me know what you guys think about all that. That is pretty cool. I like it. I like it a lot. So far, the super EZAs have been off to a good start. Now, the other major news coming out of JP Dokkan, the legendary FRIEZA event is coming soon. A new extreme difficulty event is coming. FRIEZA Legend, Fighting Legend FRIEZA. So this is something that we have been wanting for a very long time. This is my favorite event in all of Dokkan, because this is the event where the stacking meta became a thing, where you had to really get down and dirty in the trenches and you had to stack your units from turn 1 and you had to invest a bunch of time to it. I liked that. That was a lot of fun for me. So we had 3 other events, right? Stemming all the way back to what, like 4 years ago now? 5 years ago when this first released, May 9th on JP. So the legendary Goku event was the first time it ever happened, sequentially or progressively getting more difficult. Now I got the word sequential in my mind. Culminating to the final stage where there is no dodge. So as far as what we can expect from the event, well, a couple of things. Number 1, the stage will be at least 7 to 8 stages. As with every other event, I don't imagine they would make that any less. And then as far as the gimmicks are concerned, one thing is for certain, the final stage will disable dodge. So if we were to look at the poor man's version of the legendary FRIEZA event, which is the super battle, not the super battle, red zone, you got first form FRIEZA. You could either do this or you could do pod FRIEZA. I don't think that they would separate the two because they're both the same form. So pod FRIEZA, first form FRIEZA will be stage 1. Stage 2 will be second form. Third stage will be third form. Fourth stage will be final form. Then it will be full power final form. Then the 6th stage would be Mecha FRIEZA, I think. And then the 7th stage would be final form FRIEZA Angel. And then the final stage, which would be stage 8, would be Golden FRIEZA. Either they go 8 stages like the OG, or they keep it to 7 like the following 2, and they don't do that. So if they were to make it 7 stages, they would probably remove the Angel final form FRIEZA, just because we already have a final form FRIEZA there. That's my guess anyway. So let me know your guesses, your picks in the comments. And with this new stage, there will be now new ticket summons, free ticket summons. There will be subsequent category-based missions for this event. So far on the legendary Goku Vegeta events, there are quite a few actually. Yeah, there's a lot of different ones here. So for the original one, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 22. And then I think it's something similar down here, right? So there's going to be a lot of stuff, a lot of missions to do, a lot of 5 Dragonstone missions that will come from this. This will now be another source of content for future celebrations. As far as how difficult it's going to be, what exactly are they going to do to make this different? I don't know, other than simply just doubling the numbers, you know? Like, are they just going to scale up the numbers? Are they going to add different things? Or are they going to start to integrate some of the things that they've talked about in the Road to Full Synchro? They said that there were going to be expansions on enemy skills. There was going to be an extra focus on enemy abilities and your ability to counter the enemy's abilities. Either be it through character selection, like certain characters can do more damage, maybe certain characters with certain perks, certain abilities, maybe things like that. I do hope that they take the extra time to make this a more thought out event rather than just simply being another carbon copy of the archaic formula. Not that I would mind personally, but like that will get old, right? It's the same thing. If you want to do the legendary event right now, what event would you do? You wouldn't do this one. It's too easy. You wouldn't do this one. It's too easy. You would go to the most recent one. That shouldn't be the thing. There should be another reason for people to feel more compelled to go to the FRIEZA version of the event. And so I hope that they do something to make it unique and different. But we'll see. I mean, it's Dokkan, so got to keep expectations low. But that's about it for the new content coming up on JP. As far as global's concerned, we got a chain battle. Oh, yeah. So this is going to be available. Oh, what? It's dropping tonight. Okay, well, chain battle is dropping tonight. So that's going to be fun. Looking forward to that. Yeah. Oh, man, that means... Okay, well, I just won't care about chain battle during World Tournament this weekend. Okay, well, this will be the content that keeps us occupied for the next week. Let's go. I'm so excited. You guys are going to love it. Final chain battle. I will say, much as you hate it, do this event as much as you can. Get as much as you can out of it. Get as many skill orbs as you can out of it, because it's going to be different from here on out as far as skill orb availability. Until they drop more content, maybe they release a brand new substitute for chain battle. Things are not going to be the same, people. You may hate the event, but you're gonna miss those skill orbs. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on the upcoming FRIEZA legendary fighting legend event thingy. Are you looking forward to it? What sort of perks could they add on the event to make it different, make it stand out? What sort of forms, progression can you expect from the event? And what are your thoughts on the Super EZA TEQ Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks? Let me know all of your thoughts and more in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more dope content in the future and click the notification bell so that you'll let you know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned and remember to Dokkan responsibly.